And so now it's time for us to talk about sustainability. There's a photo going on there. Photo bomb. Won't miss that. Siebel Systems is taking a bold stance on sustainability. Of course, in Europe 2025, there are regulatory goals that we have to meet. We want to leap far over those. We can clean our house in terms of carbon impact. We can also, in ESG terms, deal with social and societal issues. But the big thing that we can do is to help you. So we are a small company of 800 people, and we have, it's about 540 customers around the world that are huge enterprises. So part of our mission is to help you. And when you look at sustainability, there's probably three angles. So one is about the environment, and we've seen the pictures of the dead whales and the burnt forests, and there's all these concerning forces. And of course, people will always argue, is it true, is it related? Personally, I believe that it is, and we're all open to having our own beliefs, but the environmental part is really important. Way back when, I was an economist, and it was last year, I spent about 12 weeks going back to school at my age. It was the short trousers that really chafed. But going back to school to learn more about this and the circular economy. And what was really a revelation to me is the whole damage we have done to our planet has been an economic problem. The whole theory of economics is the entrepreneur pays the cost of production, which is then passed on to the consumer. And for hundreds of years, since man or woman made their first axe, we have ignored the cost to our environment. Nobody has paid that price. To hear Microsoft committing to pay back that price since the beginning of their organization is quite amazing. But so the first is environment, the second is economic. It changes the economics. Because businesses have to grow, they have to be profitable, otherwise they don't exist, but we also have to do the right thing. And the third, and for me perhaps the most important, is about people. It's about employees. It's about equity and equality. It's about the societies and communities that we exist in. At Siebel Systems, like many companies, we take days off in the year to build schools or clean houses or roads or whatever it is that we can do. For a long time, for every employee we sign who joins us, or every customer we sign, we have a company out there, we plant a tree. It's a tree that's productive. It may be mangoes or avocados, and it's somewhere providing somebody with either nourishment or income. Little steps that can be taken. So when you look at these three dimensions of environment, economics, and society, one thing that combines them all, and that, not surprisingly, is data. Our tagline for over 5 years has been this: better data, better business, better world. It's all connected. With the power of better data, we'll make better decisions, which will help us to make our business better. And if we can make our business better and understand what better means, we have a chance of creating a better world. So let's see how that comes together. Businesses have three simple goals. They've got to kind of grow, they get more efficient and productive, and they've also got to protect themselves against attack. So grow, improve, protect. Depending on your industry and the particulars of your business, growth might be about new products. It might be new markets. It might be mergers and acquisitions. It might be expanding customer loyalty in the same way that we try to do this with multi-domain. Efficiency. It could be supply chain optimization, time to market. It could be digitized processes. And then protecting your business. This is about trust. It's about risk and compliance management. It's about business transparency. And it's about resilience, strength of maintaining that business. Better data. Business leaders make better decisions with better data. We can drive spectacular customer results. Spectacular customer results. That's you with better data, with good data. And managing data is simple. We all know that. It's really simple. But it's also really complex. It's simple because basically you've just got to get the data and manage the data and then share or use the data. But at the same time, it's quite complex because the devil is in the detail. And in data, there's a lot of detail. In acquiring the data, you need the capabilities to onboard it, to get rid of the wrong data or the duplicate data. You've got to integrate it and you've got to enrich it, as we saw earlier, or augment it. Managing it is about data modeling. It's about data standards, data quality, data enrichment. And in distribution, sharing the right data at the right time, it's syndication. And we talked about that with Suren and Neda. Consuming the data and connecting it across the enterprise and beyond the enterprise throughout your value chain. So if you've got better data and you're building a better business, now we believe our role at Siebel Systems is to empower you and your enterprises to go beyond and use this better data and changing your business to impact the world, deliver value to our society. A more sustainable and equitable world. Is that possible? I think so. Responsible consumption and production, fair trade, equality, these are deeply supported by data. And that's what we all do. So with the power of better data, make better decisions, better business, better world.